Hello, welcome back to my channel Awesome Learning, and today in this video we are going to discuss about the second experiment under the topic the search for genetic material. In the previous video the same topic we had discussed about the transforming principle, or famously known as Griffith's experiment. So that we have done in the previous video. Now in today's video there is another second experiment which we are supposed to do, and yeah, this is also known as Hershey Chase experiment or blender experiment. Okay, so under the topic search for genetic material, the first topic that we have done was Griffith's experiment or transforming principle. Now the second experiment is Hershey Chase experiment or Blender's experiment. So let's start with your NCERT children. The unequivocal proof that DNA is the genetic material came from the experiments of Alfred Hershey and Martha Chase in 1952. Now you should underline them because the name of the discoverers and the year of discovery is an important question which generally comes. Okay, they worked with viruses that infect bacteria called bacteriophage. So the name of the virus which affects or infects the bacteria is bacteriophage. So children, bacteriophage attaches to the bacteria and its genetic material then enters the bacterial cell. Now children, bacteriophage is a virus, okay, and when we try to infect this virus with the bacteria, what is the events taking place? Let me show you here. See children, Hershey and Chase grew some bacteriophage viruses on a medium containing radioactive phosphorus, that is P32, and some other on the medium containing radioactive sulfur S35. Now children, both the scientists, why are they actually growing some viruses in the laboratory using radioactive elements? Because these radioactive elements behave as a marker. That means these scientists are trying to mark few viruses with radioactive phosphorus, because radioactive elements will be easily visible, right? So they are using few, or they are growing few viruses in a culture medium which contains radioactive phosphorus, that is P32, and few other viruses were grown in a medium containing radioactive sulfur. So they are behaving as markers here. Who are behaving as marker? Phosphorus and sulfur. I hope the first point is clear. Now, viruses grown in P32 got radioactive DNA. Why? You have already studied the structure of DNA, and you know that DNA is made up of three components: phosphorus, the phosphate group, then the sugar and nitrogenous base. So the P32 got involved in the DNA of the virus because phosphorus was a part of DNA. So this P32 got involved in the DNA of the virus and the DNA became radioactive. Because now see again I'll read it for you. Viruses grown in P32 got radioactive DNA because only DNA contains phosphorus. है ना? Viruses which were grown in S35 got radioactive protein. Okay, because protein has sulfur as one of the component in the formula. So the sulfur got embedded. The sulfur got embedded in the protein and so the protein became radioactive because protein contains sulfur. So actually what they have done is they have marked these viruses by phosphorus and they have marked the second group of virus by sulfur. But the markings were done on different sites. Here the marking was done in the DNA, so the DNA became radioactive. But here the marking was done in the protein because protein has sulfur as its one of its component. So I hope this is clear to all of you. They have shown it in your diagram. See, medium containing bacteriophage having protein labeled with S35. This is the medium having S. And when this culture or this virus was given to the bacteria, see this is the virus. This is the virus and this is the bacterial cell. Can you see? This is the bacterial cell and this is the virus. Okay, so the radioactive protein, because the protein of this virus is marked. The protein of this virus is marked with sulfur. So what happened? The protein, radioactive protein is entering the bacteria and now the protein of the bacteria will be marked by radioactive sulfur. Here they are using phosphorus and now they have given phosphorus to the bacterial cell. See, through the virus, these are the viruses, see, and now the DNA has become radioactive and this DNA will get embedded in the DNA of the bacteria also. So you see here, these are bacteriophage. Okay, this is sulfur, radioactive sulfur, that is the protein has become, here the protein has become radioactive and here the DNA is radioactive. Protein is not radioactive. See, this is still black in color, but the DNA has become radioactive and here the DNA is not radioactive whereas the protein body is radioactive. Okay, so this was what they did. Now what were the findings? Let me first show you your NCERT. The same things are written here also, but we should read so that we do not miss any part. So bacteriophage attaches to the bacteria and its genetic material then enters the bacterial cell. Bacterial cell treats the viral genetic material as if it was its own and subsequently manufactures more virus particles. Hershey Chase worked to discover whether it was protein or DNA. They grew some viruses on a medium that contained radioactive sulfur, phosphorus and some other as radioactive sulfur. Viruses grown in the presence of radioactive phosphorus contain radioactive DNA but not radioactive protein because DNA contains phosphorus but protein does not. Similarly, viruses grown on radioactive sulfur contain radioactive protein but not radioactive DNA because DNA does not contain sulfur. So this was already done and I hope you have understood this. So now radioactive phages were allowed to attach E. coli. Now we have used here Escherichia coli as the bacteria. The bacteria used is Escherichia coli. Okay, our viruses are ready. Our viruses are ready. Few viruses are marked with phosphorus and few other viruses are marked with sulfur. Now we have taken Escherichia coli as the bacteria. Then as infection proceeded, viral coats were removed from the bacteria by agitating them in a blender. Let me show you again. See, why do we call it as blender experiment? You can see here. See, these preparations were used. Now what have we prepared? What are the things that we have prepared here? We have prepared two types of, see, we have prepared two types of viruses. One is radioactive protein, one contains radioactive protein and the other contains radioactive DNA. So my viruses are ready now. Now what we have to do is, these preparations were used separately to infect E. coli. So we will be infecting the bacteria E. coli separately with those viruses. After infection, now we have infected them. We have, see, we have infected them. See, this is the medium containing sulfur. This is the medium or the medium containing bacteriophage. Okay, this is the medium containing bacteriophage which are having sulfur as their label, and here medium containing bacteriophage which has phosphorus as their label. We have given these viruses to the E. coli bacteria. Here also we have given these viruses to E. coli bacteria. So that means the bacteria are infected. Okay, you can see the bacterial cells are infected. This we have already done. Now what they wanted to us to do was, after infection, E. coli cells were gently agitated in a blender. Now what we have done is, after the infection, the E. coli are infected. Now what we do, we have taken these E. coli and we are putting them in a blender and we have gently agitated them so that we should remove the virus particles from the bacteria. Okay, what we have done is, we have gently agitated the blender, agitated E. coli in the blender to remove the virus particles from the bacteria. Now, you see children, then the culture was centrifuged. You know what is centrifugation? Okay, the lighter particles will be on the top and the heavier particles will go and settle down. Okay, so the culture was centrifuged to separate lighter virus particles from heavier bacterial cells. That means, how will you separate? If you are blending them, if you are blending the infected E. coli, please pay attention. If you are blending the infected E. coli bacteria, what will happen? The lighter virus particles which will be on the top and the heavier particles, heavier bacterial cells will be at the bottom. See, radioactive fake protein, you see protein coat, fake DNA, okay, and the blending has been done with both the samples. We have done the blending here also, we have done the blending here also. Now what is the result? See, I am getting bacteria infected with virus having radioactive DNA. Okay, bacteria infected with viruses having radioactive DNA were radioactive. That is, DNA had passed from virus to the bacteria. You can see here. Okay, these are the lighter particles which are at the top, and who are they? The lighter particles are only the outer covering of the virus. There is no DNA present now here. See, the DNA is not present in the viruses. And the heavy bacterial cells are at the bottom. And when we zoom it under the microscope, this is what we see, the bacterial cell, and now the DNA are also radioactive. Okay, now how did they got this radioactive DNA? That means the virus has passed on the radioactive DNA to bacterial cells. Okay, See, bacteria infected with virus having radioactive protein were not radioactive. That is, proteins did not enter the bacteria from the virus. Let me show you here. This is a bacterial E. coli bacteria. No radioactive sulfur detected in cells. Plus radioactive is super 10. You see, the radioactive material here is at the top, and the bacterial cell, and I told you children that virus particles are lighter. So virus particles are lighter than they are top, but still this culture is radioactive. It is giving you pink color. Why is it? Why is the culture pink here? Here the culture is not blue. See, जबकि वायरसेस ब्लू कलर थे ना, हमने वायरसेस को ब्लू कलर लिया था, बट यहाँ पर वायरसेस जो हैं वो ब्लू कलर नहीं है. दे डू नॉट हैव एनी कलर. दे आर नॉट शोइंग रेडियो एक्टिविटी. व्हाई आर दे नॉट शोइंग रेडियो एक्टिविटी? बिकॉज द रेडियो एक्टिविटी हैज बीन पास्ड ऑन from virus to the bacterial cell. They have transferred it from virus to the bacteria. Okay, this was done here, but you see here in this case the radioactivity is still with the virus and the bacterial cell is not radioactive. That means the sulfur, radioactive sulfur, is not getting transferred from the virus to the bacteria. Okay, this what is the conclusion we are getting? That radioactive sulfur, which is a part of protein, radioactive sulfur, which is a part of protein, did not enter the bacterial cell. This proves that protein is not the genetic material. But here in this case, radioactive phosphorus was passed on from virus to the bacteria. Okay, it was passed on. And why was it passed on? Because radioactive phosphorus is a part of DNA. That means DNA was the material which can be considered as the genetic material. Okay, so radioactive phosphorus detected in the cells plus no radioactivity in the supertant. There is no radioactivity in the supertant. Supertant means जो ऊपर है वो supertant. ठीक है, तो कोई भी रेडियो एक्टिविटी आपको यहाँ नजर नहीं आ रही है, बट रेडियो एक्टिविटी किसको पास ऑन कर दी गई? यहाँ बैक्टीरियल सेल को, जो नीचे बैठ गए जाके, बिकॉज बैक्टीरिया आर हैवी, वायरसेस आर लाइटर. बट इन केस ऑफ सल्फर देखो, रेडियो एक्टिविटी इज विद द सुपरटेंट. Radioactive is with the supertant, but no radioactivity is with the material that is at the base, because these are the bacterial pellet, bacterial material, and वो radioactive नहीं है. Why? Because the radioactive, यहाँ पर radioactivity किसकी वजह से है? सल्फर की वजह से. And sulfur is not a part of DNA. Sulfur is a part of protein. तो इसका मतलब ये प्रूफ होता है कि प्रोटीन ने अपनी रेडियो एक्टिविटी पास ऑन नहीं की. तो जो अपनी नेचर अब नेक्स्ट सेल को पास ऑन करेगा वही तो जेनेटिक मटेरियल होगा ना. तो किसने किया है? किसने पास ऑन किया? डीएनए ने पास ऑन किया. डीएनए ने अपना नेचर, अपना एक कैरेक्टर next cell को pass on किया. So DNA was considered as the genetic material, not the protein. So this experiment proves that DNA is the genetic material. Okay, and this is the diagram, Hershey-Chase experiment diagram, which gives you a brief summary of all the whole experiment. You see, these are the two bacteriophage, and here in this case, all the protein body of the virus, the whole body of the virus is radioactive by sulfur, because sulfur is a part of protein capsule. But in this case, because the radioactivity is due to phosphorus, so it is a part of DNA. So here the DNA is radioactive. The body is not radioactive. The protein is not radioactive. Okay, now we try to infect both of them with a E. coli bacteria. You see, this was also given an E. coli infection with the S type of radioactive type of bacteriophage, and this was infected by phosphorus type of bacteriophage. तो क्या हुआ यहाँ पर, देखो प्रोटीन बॉडी तो बाहर ही रह गया और जो इसका डीएनए था वो अंदर आ गया, ठीक है। और इसके डीएनए में तो कुछ भी रेडियो एक्टिव नहीं है, इसके डीएनए में, बैक्टीरियोफेज के डीएनए में कुछ भी रेडियो एक्टिव नहीं है, तो वो अंदर आ गया। लेकिन प्रोटीन को जहां पर रेडियो एक्टिविटी थी वो तो बाहर ही रह गया, तो कुछ भी यहाँ पर नहीं आया। बट इसके यहाँ तो डीएनए में ही रेडियो एक्टिविटी है, तो देखो रेडियो एक्टिविटी वॉज पास्ड ऑन टू द ई कोलाई और द बैक्टीरियल सेल। और जब हमने ब्लेंडिंग करी तो ये जो ऊपर के, ये जो वायरस के पोर्ट्स हैं ये हल्के हैं, ये सुपरटेंट में आ गए, और जो बैक्टीरियल सेल है वो नीचे जाके बैठ गया। तो सुपरटेंट के यहाँ पर, सुपरटेंट के कलर से हमें पता चल गया कि सुपरटेंट तो रेडियो एक्टिव है अभी भी, इसका मतलब उसने रेडियो एक्टिविटी पास ऑन नहीं की, ठीक है। लेकिन यहाँ के सुपरटेंट की रेडियो एक्टिविटी नहीं है, यहाँ पे सुपरटेंट में रेडियो एक्टिविटी नहीं है, बट बैक्टीरियल सेल में है रेडियो एक्टिविटी। तो पता चला कि अच्छा, रेडियो एक्टिविटी जो है वो वायरस से पास ऑन होके किस में आ गई है, बैक्टीरियल सेल में आ गई है। तो दैट मीन्स कि कौन लेकर आया वो रेडियो एक्टिविटी, डीएनए लेकर आया, ठीक है। सो डीएनए लेकर आया तो प्रूव हो गया कि डीएनए इज द जेनेटिक मटेरियल। Okay children, so properties of genetic material क्या है बेटा, see, listen to this very carefully. A genetic material must have the following properties. It should have the ability to replicate. It should have the ability to replicate, मतलब replication होना चाहिए। Next, it should have chemical and structural stability. It should be stable. ये नहीं कि जरा सी कोई बात हुई और उसका सारा का सारा chemical composition change हो गया। That type of material cannot be considered as the genetic material. Next, provide the mutations needed for evolution. Of course, we need that. Ability to express as Mendelian characters, of course. Okay. Now, let me show you your NCERT. This was already done with all of you. See? So in the next video, we will be doing properties of genetic material, DNA versus RNA. Okay.